And welcome back to my little garage. So, since the last video, which was we went to the scrapyard, we picked up this lad, and I said that I would do all the bits and pieces to the work just so we can get things started. So I did. I stripped the car down to basically chassis and whatever bodywork needed to be done. So if it's got like scrapes on it like this, then I've already I've treated it. I needed two new runners, so I got the new runner for this side and the one for that side, and we're all good. Took apart basically everything underneath it as well, and took apart the engine as well. So everything has now been taken apart, so we're all good. Now I have only got 2,886 left, which means the engine itself, I think I only need a few bits and pieces, which isn't too bad, thankfully. I'm basically gonna buy one thing at a time to make sure that I've got all the right parts, so that should be okay. And then what I'm gonna be doing is rebuilding slowly. It needs a bit more than what I actually think it does. So I mean, we do need a new dash. We do need two new seats because the old seats are a bit crap. Everything else on it actually isn't too bad. Like the chassis itself was pretty damn solid, as you can see. Like it's a clean state, it's 5 stars, there's no rust on it at all, it's 5 stars clean. Color condition is absolutely knackered because I haven't painted it just yet, and overall condition is skeleton. I think that's basically how I can say it. Right, first off, what we need is a crankshaft. Crankshaft is going to be expensive. I don't even know which engine this is running. I can't remember. I literally just took it apart. We're looking at the i5 straight. Okay, cool. So all engines, we are down. It's the i4 in it. It's not the i5. It's a 1.5. Yeah, it's 1.5 litre i4, not 1. It's not a 1.5. So engine i4, and this is where we're at to. So I'm definitely going to need a battery. So that'll be something we definitely need. Right, let's start with the thing that we need the most, which is crankshaft. So we definitely need a crankshaft, and I definitely need a piston. One of those. Brilliant. Okay, cool. Now the reason why I need this is because, well, this is the first thing we need, because the engine block itself actually, it's not in bad nick. It's some of the components are rusty. Everything else actually it's not going to cost us too much money to rebuild this engine. I mean, if we were to rebuild, I don't know, another engine, yeah, it probably would be like pretty bad. But for what we've got, it's not that bad. I love the fact we're still building engines on the floor as well, because, you know, reasons. There we go, well done. Now we can shove that back in there. Oh, for flip's sake, just go in engine. That is your entire job. Well done. Stick it in there and hope it stays. And there we go, because the crankshaft was pretty shit. It was pretty knackered. I don't think I had an oil pan for this thing. Doesn't look like it, so we definitely need an oil pan. So I need an oil pan, downpipe, and some spark plugs. Yep, see if we can get all that right now. Okay, so we definitely need that downpipe. Definitely need the oil pan. I don't know which bit I need. I'll look it up in a minute. And it's going to be in accessories, because this is where you get your spark plugs from. Taxi signs, safety net, left blinkers. Where's spark plugs? Engine. There it is. Oh, I have to box them. Okay, first off, chuck that on there because it's brand new. So I do know that, like, obviously what I could be doing is working for a couple of customers as well. I might start doing that soon, because at the end of the day, I mean, just getting my name back out there is something I do want to do, obviously. But at the moment, it's just trying to get the capital behind us to start all that again. And I kind of figured that I need like the equipment first, like engine stand, maybe a lift, that sort of thing. And this is a really good way to start that. Okay, right, so let's stand this back up. Okay, right, so I'm gonna put the spark plug over here, because you never know. And we're gonna pop this, do I want to pop that back on top to it? Yeah, actually we can do, because we definitely need a new timing chain. Right, let's get the timing chain first, then we can put the cover back on. Right, timing chain and alternator chain. Right, engine, alternator belt, and timing chain. Where is the? There it is. Timing chain. Fantastic. Right, that's the first bit, and that can sit on there. Oh, flip. Again, no engine stand, sucks. Right, let's stick that on top and grab this. Perfect. Right, this can go in the bin because there's nothing left in it. To the ether. I need my tool to tighten up the spark plugs. Brilliant. And my spark plug wires, which are over here. So if I get all these are now, so this little section of this engine is now done. So plop, that will go on there, that's fine. So now what I need is, we don't have a ruined one, so that's fine. So I need the ignition coil and the starter. So that's what we now need next. So we buy a new starter because the old one's ruined. We're going to get a new oil filter because our one's knackered. And I need an ignition coil and I need the distributor cap. And there we go. That's everything else. That's the rest of the things I need. So chuck all this on. Cool. That's on there. And then we get the starter. Okay, so they're all the things that need to go on it, and then they all connect in, and we're solid. There we are. And that is all the ignition wires and everything else that I need. So now this can go in the scrap heap. And this can go in the scrap heap. It's the oil filter, so that can go in the scrap heap as well. I have got a new one, so we'll take that, we'll pop that on the engine. So that goes on there. Well, there. Well done. What else have we finished? We've just done that as well. That's the ignition coil, so that can go there. And so I just need one of these, which is an exhaust header. Right. I think that's why I was confused about what it was called, because I was looking for like downpipe. It's not called anything. It is the exhaust header, so we can check that on now. Okay, cool. Right, so we need to attach this to the manifold, which is this one. Alright, he's happy there. That can go on there, that can go on there, that can go on there, and that can go on there. Fantastic. Then we get the top. Right, spin it like that. Spin it so it's laying on its side. Chuck the next part of the manifold on and screw it in. Awesome. Now, I can't remember. I mean, the carburetor looks okay. I mean, it's a little bit rusted, but we are going for like profit on this one. So I'm going to put this in the scrap bin for now. We're only going to get like $10 back for this. We're not going to get a lot of money for it. But as long as we get some money back, that's kind of the main thing here. So we do need a carb. So we definitely need one of those. Now I'm pretty sure I've got the filter housing, so I just need that one and the air filter to go on top of it. So that's okay, and we definitely need that. Right, and as it's fallen over, we've got to do this sideways. Can you just stand up for me? No, I can't do that, sir. Right, cool. So that's that bit done. Alternator looks a bit knackered. It's had time. It's not gonna survive. So we definitely need a new alternator. There we go, 151 quid. Now don't forget, I'm building this car on a budget of 5 grand. So the more I spend on the engine, the less I've got more to spend on like the body, which technically it shouldn't be too bad actually. I mean, this car was pretty solid. Like the panels are all right, the doors are, well, some of the doors are okay. It just might mean where there's like, we might have to go to the scrapyard and buy a piece, and then because I've got no sort of transport, I have to walk it back. And unfortunately, I've already done that a couple of times, and it takes a really long time. So yeah, it's let's put it this way, it's not really worth my time, but if I have to, then I will, and I'll go from there. Right, alternator belt, I need to chuck that on there now because we're up to the alternator. But if you're following along at home, this means that you're learning how to put an engine together, which is pretty damn cool, right? And I've got to be honest, it took me a little while to learn how to do all this. It really does. Right, we're missing a water pump, so we need a new water pump. I know what I'm looking for. It's not that. There, no, pedals, starter. There it is, water pump. And we're definitely going to need one of those engine fans as well. Right, the water pump goes on the side next to the alternator on this water, and because it circulates the water whilst the alternator is going round and round to charge the battery and to keep the engine cool. And there we go. See, you learn something new every day. Et voila. And there we go. So that's all on, and that's all on, and that's all on, and that's all good. Next, we need to chuck this on top of the carburetor. So you find the two little bolts on top of that. Bonsai, right? And then you grab your air filter, and then the air filter goes on top, just like so. And then you take the top cap, and you put the top cap on top, and then you do this, and then you go click, and it's done. And now you have built an engine. Congratulations. We do need a new fuel pump because this one looks pretty bad. So that's pretty bad. So fuel pump. Fuel pump, fuel pump, fuel pump. There it is. So I need the fuel pump. I need the wires. And I'm going to need the fittings to sit in the engine on the cross frame. I know what I'm looking for. Let's put it is. We need this first because this has got to go on the car so we can mount the engine to it. Ta-da! Right, cool. Now we need a new flywheel. My clutch and my clutch plate are completely fine, but a flywheel we definitely need. So back to engine for the lad. We need a flywheel, which is, there it is, $105 for a new bloody flywheel. Flywheel jumps on that. Grab spanner. Stick that on there. And then put your clutch on there, and then put the clutch plate on there, and then tighten up. And then we'll put our flywheel out here because we've used that as well. We definitely don't need that as well. Just gonna make sure that I've got everything on there. So we've done the air filter, done the that and that, alternator belt done, alternator done, battery on the porch, camshaft, carburetor, crankshaft, clutch plate, clutch, crankshaft pulleys done, side distributor, that's done, drive shaft, that's definitely what we need next, and the exhaust, which is what we're going to need as well. So if I buy that, and that's already done. We've got a fuel line, we're all good. We haven't got a fuel tank, so I'm definitely going to have to buy a 40 litre tank. We didn't put a head gasket in. We're going to have to do a bit of surgery. I'm pretty sure we didn't put a head gasket in. I'm hoping I can take most of this engine apart by just undoing some of it and be like, yeah, that'll do. Because the head gasket goes just under here. Oh, we got one. I didn't realize we already had one. The reason why I didn't know I already had one was because when I took the block apart, I did look between the piston level and this level because everything looked clean. So, okay, I bought a head gasket without really worrying about it. Cool. Always better be safe than sorry. That's all you got. That's basically it. All right. Never underestimate anything, because if it goes wrong, then you're the only one to blame. All right, that'll do. We'll chuck on the side. And there we go. Stick it up on there. And now this engine is not coming out. That is everything. That should technically tick over now. Now, unfortunately, as of this moment in time, I don't have, I don't think, I haven't got a seat. It's not going to make any noises yet because it can't. Cool. Right, next, where's my fan? I've got a fan somewhere. There's my fan. And don't forget, the reason why it's not going to power up is we haven't attached it to a battery yet. Stupid. Right, chuck that on there. Let's get my spanner. Tighten the bolt on that. Fantastic. Right. Now, I can't remember if I have to buy a battery tray or not. Or it just sits on it. I don't know. I can't remember. All I did last time was I just put a battery straight into it. I didn't put it on a tray. So, joys of life. Yeah, we'll be alright. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to take my battery, stick it on the chassis, which goes there. I'm going to get my lines, and I'm going to get my thingy. Yep, this. Right, so that needs to be plugged in. We'll find it. Okay, so that's battery wired up to a brand new engine. Everything's connected. Technically, what should happen is the car should now tick over. Even if it's not connected to anything, it should just, I want to say behave itself, but it's cars, isn't it? You never know what's going to go wrong. So let me just put the ignition. So it's ticking over. Pucker. Right. Obviously it's not going to work because there's no fuel in it, no oil, no nothing. But there you go, working engine. Nothing's missed on it. The only thing that we got to do on it is put the radiator on. Obviously we can't do that right now because we're missing the front of the car. So we can't do that. So there you go. That is another engine built in this garage of awesomeness by me. And this car is now worth 2,840 odd quid. Now, we spent 1,800 on this car. So we've upped the value by £1,000 just by taking off panels that are crap, rebuilding the engine, which is good, adding stuff on which needed to be done, which is good. Now the only things we haven't redone, we haven't added brake lines, fuel, and the fuel line to the rest of the car, but that's because I haven't put a fuel tank in it yet. So gonna put a fuel tank in it, which is nya, and this is gonna, I can't even remember where we're gonna sit this. It goes here. There it goes. There's fuel tank in the car. It is now. I'm going to put fuel tank in, and then we're going to screw that bad boy in until it's tight, like a tiger. And then, now I'm basically knowing the fuel line I did buy. Oh no, I didn't buy a fuel line, did I? I took the brake line off because the brake line was actually in good nick. Don't think I've got a fuel line. I have got a fuel line, but it's absolutely shockingly bad. So definitely need a fuel line. So let's have a look in the engine section again. So we've done the wires. We need to wire. Actually, whilst we're here, we need to do the wipers. So I'm going to buy two of those, and a wiper motor. All good. And I've also got to buy an upper hose, a radiator, a lower hose, and a fuel line. And there we go. Another group of parts I need to sling around inside the car. So this goes there. There's my spanner. I keep forgetting to pick it up. So the fuel line starts here. So that's now screwed into the car. It goes all the way down the back of the car and into the bottom, which goes... I've lost the line. Hold on. I can't see it because I can't move my thingy. So it goes all the way into here, as you can see, and then it sits in the car itself. So as you can see, the fuel line is into the fuel tank. Okay, it just clips itself into the car. It's done. Can't touch it, can't do nothing with it. Just leave it as it is. It's all good. Okay, that is the entirety of the front engine and everything else done with this car. I now know that I don't need to do anything else to the engine, and I'm done for this video. So the lad is coming along. We will get there. Now, obviously, because of the joys of life and me having to try and make money whilst trying to build a car, which does suck. If it, you know, I mean, it's not a fun job, but you know, we got to do it anyway because we got to get the garage back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these parts. They're not worth a lot. but if I need to buy something else, it'll be worth my time, you know. And if I can fit it all in my box and I can get it all down to sell, then everything is better and all is good, and I can make some money and we'll be all great, and I might be able to buy something new without having to spend too much money. Fun and games for anyways. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. I will be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, I want to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, or whenever you're watching this video, and I'll catch you all later, because next part of this car is front suspension. So basically we've got to build everything that's going to house the front wheels. So we're going to do all the arms, the tie rods, the brake lining and all that crap, and probably get around to doing the back end as well, because joys of life. Now sometimes it is easier to rip this part of the car off and just work on the wheels, especially if you don't have a lift like I don't. The best thing you can do is take this bit of the car off so you can kind of see inside, but I'll just struggle through it and we'll get through it as we go. But yeah, we basically got to build a whole new one of these, because there is very little on this that I can use that's any good. It is a bit crap. So we do need to buy new stuff, which is why I need to sell my old stuff. And we need, actually, if I sell all of this, then it's worth a little bit of cash. We'll go from there. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and we'll go from there. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.